That's right. That's what I'm telling you. The Eagles in the last 6 weeks have played like the Washington Commanders, the LA Chargers, and the Carolina Panthers. And they got a playoff game, and Baker Mayfield is about to get buck. Problem is, he's got an ankle injury and a rib issue. Oh, my goodness. We're going to break down the games all day long. And, don't forget, you know how weird it is? Like, think about the difference that, a week can make. Brian Dacus, I want you to think about this real quick. All you people out there, I wanted you to try and think about this. It's not really hard. But, man, just in 1 week, last week, we were all thinking about, man, can Kalen DeBoer go out there and coach the Washington Huskies to an upset over Michigan and get him a natty? It did not happen. But a week later, now we're thinking, can Caleb DeBoer follow Nick Saban and continue the success that Bama has known? Is he going to get him a natty at Alabama? What a difference a week makes. A week ago, I think it was nice outside. And now there's like a damn foot of snow. There's a lot of snow out there, by the way. And by the way, big shout out and thanks to all the peeps that, came into work. Because, like the liquor stores I noticed were open today. I appreciate that. Get your Tito's on. You don't want to be snowed in with no booze. You know what I'm saying? Tito's. You got all kinds of ball. See, I knew the liquor store was open. The gas station, the liquor store, Sports 56, WHBQ over here at Flint Broadcasting, we're open and rolling. Those are like the important things, correct?
Yeah, in one car dealership, I think.
There's a car dealership open?
Yeah, my dad's car dealership's open.
Get out of town.
Nah, it's crazy.
Come on, tell me which one he works at.
AutoNation Honda 385.
AutoNation Honda 385. They take their job so damn serious that they're out there when nobody's going to come out there.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, they're literally working, and nobody's going to be buying a car today. It's crazy.
You know what, man? I don't know if you know. I think instead of sitting here snowed in, drinking hot cocoa with
let's go buy a car.
Let's a little bird. Let's go. Hey, come on,
great
guys,
idea.
Let's
go buy a car.
That would be wild. That would be wild. That makes me laugh. Now we are going to. I'm going to reach out and touch Jake Crane.
Okay.
He did his show today. They did it remote. They didn't go in.
Wow. How about that?
So I got to find out how bad Nashville is. But again, what a difference a week makes. Now we got to figure out what's going on with Kalen DeBoer. And by the way, what a difference a week makes with this Tiger basketball team. Do you remember how we were thinking last week? We were a little bit worried, man. They were letting teams that didn't have any business being in the game late, man. And then all of a sudden, they went out there and dominated. We're going to talk Tiger basketball at 11:30 with Terry Davis. We're also going to talk everything you can imagine and more with our good buddy, Jake Crane. We're going to break in and talk a little NFL, a little college football. But again, Terry Davis, we're going to talk Tiger basketball. Tiger basketball, man, definitely, I think they're close to a top 10 team. They've been tearing it up. They went in there and beat the Shockers' brains out, hit 19 threes. Tigers are rolling. 11:30, we're talking about Terry Davis. And we also have more injuries with the Grizzlies. I really don't want to talk about them, but I guess, if somehow you were under a rock or just paying attention to football, you might not know that every time we talk about the Grizzlies, it just seems like another person gets injured. But it's time to talk to the best in the business. That's Jake Crane of Crane & Company. Him and David Cohn, Blaine, and Jake, they tear up their business at Crane & Company. You can watch it. They were this morning doing their show from their homes because the weather is pretty bad. Here in Memphis, man, we got lots of snow, Jake. What's it like in Nash Vegas?
Man, it's still coming down out here. I'm just waiting to see like Dennis Quaid walking around in snowshoes trying to find Jake Gyllenhaal out there.
Dude, everything is crazy, man. I didn't believe that. I've been told so many times living in Memphis. I mean, I remember getting out of school like 10 different separate occasions because of the threat of snow, and it would never snow.
Yeah.
And we'd be out and then all of a sudden, I'm not believing. And then yesterday I was like, damn, man, hell has frozen over here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, well, that was the best part about growing up in the state of Alabama. I mean, if somebody dropped a couple ice cubes on the road, we were out of school for 2 days.
I know. I mean, those days were great when you were a kid. Now, Jake, got to ask you, how different, 1 week. It's crazy how in 1 week things can change just so dramatically. Just a week ago, we were wondering, can Kalen DeBoer win national championship and upset Michigan? Now we're wondering, can he continue the program forward at Alabama? First and foremost, y'all do college football better than anybody. Before we break down some football and everything, I need to know, what do you think about the DeBoer hire?
Well, look, I mean, anytime you have, Greg Byrne and Nick Saban and the guys in charge of that search that you have, and you have the cachet that Alabama has, the odds of you making a bad hire are very low. I think Kalen DeBoer is the guy that's won everywhere he's went. He understands, who he is as a coach. He knows how to hire guys around him, at least up to this point. But until you have coached in the SEC, I have to see it first. Not that I don't think you can do it. I think Kalen DeBoer is going to be just fine, especially with the staff that I see him putting around himself right now. But until you go through it, and I say the same thing. Like Stark obviously coached in the SEC. Not that you have to be from a place or have coached in a certain place to have success. It helps. Stark kind of understands it a little bit more at Texas. Venables at Oklahoma, we're going to see, because the common misconception for these guys either coming into the SEC that are coaches or teams that are coming into the SEC is that it's a one-off, right? That, man, if we can just beat Alabama, or man, if we can just beat LSU. That's not the trick. That's not the hard part. The hard part is going through the absolute fistfight grind that is the SEC regular season. I mean, outside of Vanderbilt, there's not a day off. Outside of Vanderbilt, you're going to go play in a hostile environment against teams that have NFL players on their roster and just surviving the at Kentucky. Look at what Ole Miss is doing next year. Tennessee with Nico. You see with Auburn and Hugh Freeze. I mean, even when they don't have the best roster, they're competing with Alabama and Georgia. It's just that absolute gauntlet that you have to go through. So we won't know until we know, but you hired a guy that's done a whole heck of a lot of winning, and anybody that compares Kalen DeBoer to Brian Harsin because of where they were from or what they've done in their careers, I really caution you really to rethink that, because it's so off-kilter and off-base. I think they did a good job, but we won't know until we know.
I mean, his winning percentage, is absolutely insane. It's like, what, 840 or 850 or something?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It is absolutely wild. And, again, I think he's from South Dakota. I don't care where you're from. If you can coach football, you can coach football. If you're a leader of men, you're a leader of men. I like the hire. The one question I have, though, he's bringing his offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb, with him. How does Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer, the way they want to coach offense, match Jalen Milroe?
Well, look, the question becomes, and this always happens, as you're moving up the ladder, and I think this is one of Saban's best attributes, is how malleable can you be even when you're at the top? In my opinion, you need to adjust to the personnel you have, even though we have the transfer portal now, and it's a totally different age of college football, and you can flip a team really quick, is you need to tailor what you do to fit your personnel, kind of like what Alabama did from the LSU game on this season outside of the first half of against Michigan, which is what shocked me the most. So there is some quarterback run element in what they do. We've seen power read. We saw Michael Penix a couple times in the red zone. They had a Q counter. But will you embrace the RPO? Like, will you be able to use your offense as a chameleon to fit what your players do best while you get the guys that fit what you want to do down the road? Until those guys are in and ready, can you be somewhat malleable? That's going to tell the story of Alabama next year. Because I tell you what, not that Will Rogers is for sure going to Bama, but I would much rather have a Jalen Milroe operating at a high level than Will Rogers operating at a high level.
Shoot, man. You got to think about the athlete that Jalen Milroe. He's the best athlete on the field every time he takes the.
He's weaponette.
He is. And plus, people don't give him enough credit. You can look at the stats. He was almost at 50. He almost completed 50% of his passes over 20 yards. That's unbelievable. Now, does he have a little issue sometimes going past his first read? Yes. Does he pull it down and run? Yes. But that's his weapon. His leg are his weapons. But he does throw a pretty damn beautiful deep ball. If he could get the intermediate routes down, dude could be just a freak.
Well, that's the problem in this Washington offense. The way they've run it the last couple of years, that intermediate and short game's a huge part of it. Yeah, you got the deep ball from the pocket, but they're still a pass to run team. I mean, you're 65% drop back. Now, was that more of a product of having Michael Penix and you kind of molding what you do to him, or is that just a product of everything you want to do when you're operating at the highest level offensively with Ryan Grubb? Who I tell you right now, I would not be shocked if he's the next coach at Arizona. I'm going to go ahead and throw that one out there.
Oh, my gosh, we're playing musical chairs. So Jedd Fisch now takes over at Washington. I mean,
yep. Yeah, he wanted the Washington job and didn't get it. Obviously, Jedd Fisch got that. So, would Arizona offer it to Ryan? Would Ryan take it? That's a story for another day. But, yeah, look, I mean, what it's going to come down to, because a lot of the reason Jalen Milroe is hitting passes at that high of a clip down the field is a lot of those passes were when he was outside of the pocket, made a guy miss, and it turned into a scramble drill, which can be nightmare fuel for defensive coordinators. And him and Jermaine Burton were two of the best at it in the country when the play broke down. So I'm just very interested. I know Jalen Milroe is going to get better. I know he'll continue to work. He'll continue to thrive. But will he be able to make a big enough jump as a passer from an efficiency standpoint to operate the offense very similar to what Penix did? I don't know. I don't think so. But a big tell will be if Will Rogers ends up going to Alabama or not.
That'll be something to keep your eye on. College football, it's 24/7 and it's year round now. Also, quarterback J.J. McCarthy is going to enter the draft. Is he a guy that I mean, for me, I think he could be a Nathan Peterman, a backup for a long damn time. You don't see him actually being taken high, do you?
I think he's going to have a good pro day. I know they'll like him when he gets in the interview room. And again, man, live your best life, right? I mean, you go out on top, that's for sure. And I don't know if maybe this has something to do with he knows what Harbaugh's doing. How much of that
meeting with the Chargers today, isn't he?
I know. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not going to hold it hat in hand, but I don't think those two things are coincidence fully. I'm not saying one will determine the other, but I think it's pulling a string either way. But when I look at J.J. McCarthy and you look at this overall quarterback class, you feel like it'd be smart from a mechanical standpoint and really still from a decision-making standpoint on top of how deep the draft class is at his position to come back another year. But you do look at what Michigan's losing, especially up front on the offensive line. Would it behoove him to stay another year and maybe they drop off a little bit or, as opposed to him going out on top as a national champion, beating Alabama in Nick Saban's last year, putting together a nice pro day and seeing if he can't get taken to a team, that may be a little bit more ready to win. Or I thought, and I talked about today on the show, it may end up being a perfect situation where the Vikings take him late and he can sit behind Kirk Thuggins for a couple of years.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's just too much funny now. Speaking of just, like quarterback situations and talking about the draft, JJ, good luck on your next stop, and we'll see what happens with Jim today, probably, or not today, but, we'll hear something. But if you go back to the 2020 draft, Jake, you had Joe Burrow taken as the first quarterback, followed by Tua, then Justin Herbert, and now Jordan Love. Don't forget in the second round, also Jalen Hurts was taken in that draft. That's a dope quarterback draft right there. But Jordan Love looked absolutely nasty yesterday. He's been nasty the last 7-8 weeks. My man's throwing touchdowns. He's not turning the ball over, and he made every throw as we're on the other side of the football. Dak Prescott melted, just fell apart yesterday. Tell me a little bit about Jordan Love, and what about that draft class?
Well, I mean, look, that draft class, you talk about kind of a hindsight, looking back at who's delivered what. I mean, there were more steals than what's going on in the city of San Francisco right now. I mean, it's you look at – and I'll say this. I'll tell you what's funny. And I think it is better for guys to sit a year. He kind of waited behind Aaron Rodgers. And you think, you know what, man, that is the best-case scenario. Then you look at C.J. Stroud, who just showed up on day one and was like, yeah, I can do this, and is just absolutely balling. So it shows you there's more than one way to skin a cat. And listen, I want to give Jordan his flowers. I thought he played really well. But, I mean, what in God's name was the Cowboys' defense doing?
Dan Quinn, how funny was it? People were talking about him being a head coach somewhere else, next year. I think that just went down the crapper yesterday.
Well, it for sure didn't help. I mean, they may exile him and Dak. It may be a Napoleon situation where you just beg him to come back in like 10 years. But, Johnny Radio, that game, and look, I talked all year about I don't trust Dak Prescott in the playoffs. Don't trust him, and he didn't play well yesterday. But that was a full team loss. That was an organizational loss. The Packers, Aaron Jones he had 18 carries for 121 yards. He wasn't getting touched till he was past linebacker level. And when that happened, I mean, how many wide open guys did Jordan Love hit yesterday? Just wide open, like Sound of Music, chick in the dress spinning on top of the mountain wide open. It just shocked me from start to finish. The Packers, it felt like they were playing with nothing to lose, but at some point, like with sitcom dad Mike McCarthy, I mean, I don't know how you keep him. I don't know how you keep Dak Prescott. Like, you're just going to keep beating your head against the wall over and over again? I mean, at some point, you got to make a move.
No kidding. And then I think they own $59 million next year. Dacus, is that correct? I know you're a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, you know me. Look, it's a lot. It's a lot. And listen, Dak's not a bad player, but I'm starting to think there's something just cursed about the Cowboys quarterback. Deep down, Johnny, don't you think Tony Romo just laughed and laughed and laughed, like laughed himself to sleep last night?
Oh yeah, he did. As long as he doesn't get put up. He's, by the way, what happened to Tony Romo? He's done terrible in the booth this year. He's definitely fallen off.
Well, I mean, look, it seems the longer he goes, the bigger the moment, the worse he does. I don't know, maybe it's just a him thing or what, but I typically like listening to Tony. I do think he's had kind of a down year, but anything is better than having to listen to some of the people I do on ESPN for college football, to be honest.
Man, I feel your pain there because I have to do it, endure it sometimes. But now I don't, because I actually just go to your YouTube because you pretty much cover everything that's important.
You may be the smartest guy alive, Johnny Radio.
Thank you. The best game last night by far was the Rams-Lions. That first half was buck wild, and then all of a sudden the defenses show up in the second half, and it was big stops and big plays and first downs. I love Dan Campbell, but I love the fact that, yesterday all you heard was Matt Stafford. I bet Jared Goff was tired of hearing about Matt Stafford, and he wanted to go out there and stick it to Sean McVay, the coach that basically gave up on him and didn't want him. And it was kind of nice not just seeing the Lions and the city get it, but also Jared Goff basically kind of sticking it to his former boss.
Yeah, it was weird. You had the first time ever in a postseason game where the two quarterbacks had played for the other team. And while I'm sure, Jared, you have that self-motivation, that didn't feel like a lot of hate yesterday. Watching Stafford's kids on the field where they were all three born in Detroit, it was just such a cool dynamic. And I'm so glad the game delivered. You talk about a game that's bipolar. I mean, you score that amount of points in the first half and then 9 combined in the second half. And if you're a Lions fan, obviously, you're excited that you won, but it's how you won, too. Your defense, right? Your supposed weakness came through when you needed them the most to deliver the first playoff win in, 32 years? So the storyline was great. The game delivered, and seeing the Lions finally get over that hump. I hated to see Matt and them lose, but Matt's got his Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right?
He does.
He's done his. It's nice to see Detroit winning, and I'm interested to see how far they can go.
Man, I am too. They now take the 2 spot basically because the Cowboys lost, so they got a home playoff game next week. Go Lions, and I love Dan Campbell. I just like this team. Now, the most important thing of the day, Jake, it's making a little money. We're snowed in. We ain't doing jack. Who are we taking and why today?
Oh, God, it's just been an absolute green wave over at Credit. If you like to bet, in college basketball, too, has been the craziest part. I never hit like this in college basketball. But tonight, here's what I like. We all know that it's the day after tomorrow up in Buffalo right now, so I don't know how you don't take the under at 38.5. I don't think you'd be crazy to take the Steelers plus 10 just because that's a lot of points in this weather. And the Bills, I think it hurts them worse offensively because they can throw it better than Pittsburgh. I mein, Pittsburgh's kind of a one-trick pony through the air. But I tell you what, Johnny Radio, you take the under in Steelers-Bills under 38.5. And then you go to your parents' room and you take that $20 that's underneath that mattress that they don't think you know where it is, and you put it on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield money line tonight at plus 124. They're grimy. They're gritty. They're nasty. They're the single mother of the NFL. Nobody works harder than these guys for the least amount of respect. Give me the Buccaneers plus 124.
Jake, you are the best. Bucks were my favorite play today, and I have like all my parlays that didn't make it through the weekend. Everything I have left over on the Bucks, and I bought a point and got a Bucks plus.
And
4.
I will say this too. You wouldn't be crazy. The odds that I'm looking at got the Buccaneers money line plus 124. You can also get them plus 2.5 at plus 100. So wouldn't be crazy if you took them for plus money at a plus number.
Man, that is sick. Let's go Buccaneers, and let's be real, man. The Eagles, the last 6 weeks, the only teams that were worse than them was the Carolina Panthers, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Y'all better go find a bartender that can run down on kickoff or something, or y'all in trouble.
Jake, do me a favor. Tell me what you got coming down the pipe.
Oh, man, everything. We did the show remote today, probably, as I look outside right now and it's still snowing, probably going to be doing it remote tomorrow. We go live each weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central. If you can't catch us live, it stays on YouTube. It's Crane & Company, CRAINN Company, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Daily Wire, all that stuff. Go check out our movie, too, Lady Ballers. It's the number one streaming movie in America for like 4 weeks. It's freaking awesome. So, go check it out.
Yeah, and you didn't even have to strong arm, a bunch of people to make it the number one stream as Peacock did this weekend.
No, we didn't have to hold anybody hostage or nothing. It was great.
Man, Jake.
Glad when it works out that way.
Yeah, me too, Jake. Man, be blessed. I appreciate your time. Enjoy the snow, my brother.
Hey, you too, bro. See you.
That is Jake Crane. We're late for a timeout. We got Terry Davis on the other side. It's time to talk with little Tigers and some Grizzlies right here on Snowmageddon on Martin Luther King's Day. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78. That's Lamar. And the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
Gas, groceries, utilities, you name it, the price of everything is going up. And if you're stuck in a bad timeshare with rising maintenance fees, the financial burden can be crushing. It is time to get your finances in order and get the real facts about that timeshare that you are stuck in and your options to get rid of it. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has been helping families out of horrible timeshares for over 10 years and has put together a complete timeshare exit information kit that he will send you absolutely free. To date, over 30,000 families have trusted Wesley Financial Group to help them out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. Get the facts about how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Simply call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit and see how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. Once again, 800-462-3333.
This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors. When I talk to people about selling their homes or buying one, my motto is stick to your game plan. I learned this from my friend Coach Terry Tippett. Coach, you didn't go into a game without having a plan, did you?
No, Sheldon. Having a plan was critical to the success of all my teams.
That's right, Coach. Sticking to your game plan helped you win 4 state championships.
That's wrong, Sheldon. It was 6, just like the number of shots you make on a par 3.
Well, Coach, we've played golf together. What advice can you give me about my game?
You probably need to stick to real estate, as you're much better at doing that. Or perhaps bowling.
Great advice about real estate, not bowling. And as I always tell people, if they're thinking of selling their home, talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers and let me be one of them. As they often say, when you want the job done, Coach, who should they call?
Shell Dunn, of course.
You can reach me at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. That's 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll make the playoffs electrifying. New customers, listen to this, can bet $5, that's it, on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, and then please use the code HERD to get this offer, H-E-R-D. New customers, bet $5, that's it, to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. With the code HERD, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
At Sissy's Log Cabin, you'll find only spectacular natural diamonds that will remain treasured for generations. That promise is now symbolized by the engraved Sissy signature and sapphire, representing our guarantee of extraordinary service, selection, experience, and quality. Stop by any of our stores or visit sissyslogcabin.com and experience the Sissy's promise for yourself. Find a jeweler for a lifetime, only at Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Monday. Happy MLK Day. Enjoy the hoops. Unless you're watching the Grizzlies, because it's a grisaster over there. Everybody and their grandmother is hurt. Whose poor little grannies? Get well. Get well. Grizzlies are down, but the Tigers are up, man. Just a week ago, we were like, man, what's wrong with this team? This team's keeping it close against teams they should be blowing out. Then they went on the road because they're road warriors. They pulled out their forefathers, and they slapped the taste out of the Wichita State Shockers' mouths. Terry Davis. Happy Monday, brother. Happy MLK Day. How are you doing?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm living large, bro.
Living large and in charge.
Man, we got 2 playoff games today. Like, I'm fired up about that. Like, I'm just, like, mainlining a little gambling, a little NFL action. I'm fired up about this. We got wall-to-wall basketball. My Tigers are so damn good, it's not even funny. And Chas is at home cooking me some lunch. So when I get off, I can go eat some good old food at the crib, curl up to a nice bottle of Tito's, and watch a lot of ball. So it's a great day.
It's crazy how the difference a week can make, right?
Yep. It is. Dude, just give me that. Dude, hey, you got to admit, man, you hit 19 three-pointers, I'm going to be high as can be on the Tigers, especially just the way they dominated that second half. JQ, Jaquan Walton. These guys. Oh, David Jones just taking over to start the game in the second half. Dude, the Tigers, man, they were balling.
It's crazy. And you know what's crazy about it? I've seen a few projected polls. They might even go down in the polls this week.
Man, they can't go down in the polls, really, can they? With all those damn teams in the top 5 losing and all that stuff, I'm hoping they don't go down in the polls. Now I can see KenPom because it's a metric I just don't understand, and it's insane. But don't tell me they're gonna go down today. Don't do that. I'm happy.
Man, I've seen about 3 or 4 guys who did projections and stuff. I saw them going down. Hopefully they go up. They should be top 10 because some of those teams lost not once but twice to unranked teams. Mm-hmm. And Memphis still hadn't lost at all. Winning should make a difference.
Man, winning does make a difference, especially around here. I mean, everybody's in their house cold as all get out, but they still just warm. Their hearts are warm with the way the Tiger team's playing. Talk to me now. Tell me what you saw. They were hitting threes left and right. Their defense was great in the second half. They're scoring at different levels. What do you see, Terry Davis? You're the basketball expert.
In the first half, they didn't play great defense, but they played really, really great offense.
Wichita State was also hotter than a firecracker. I've never seen a team shoot that good in the first half. I couldn't believe the Tigers were actually winning at halftime.
But when you play against a ranked team, it's almost like that's your Super Bowl. So they know they're on national TV. They know this is going to be their time to shine. They do what they did, and they just go out there. They just play flat-out ball, and Memphis matched their intensity. They didn't go in there. And say, okay, we're going to beat these guys, and and they didn't fall down. So they just matched their energy. And then to start the second half, I don't know what Penny does to say to them at halftime, but if you look at the last 10 games, they always dominate the first 4 minutes of the second half. And this time they dominated the second half of the first 4 minutes, and Wichita State wasn't able to withstand it. And David Jones, he had 2 points at halftime, 2, and finished with what he had, 19. It is crazy. And Javon Walton, that's the Walton we thought we would have all year. If he continues that up, they're missing Caleb Mills. The offense would take over.
Man, Walton, he has to feel great. His confidence has to be booming. To go back there and do that against your former team, nobody could have been happier than him.
Right. And, he had been struggling from three-point range.
Yeah, no kidding. We've been talking about it. He was terrible for a while, but I feel like my man's stroke is back.
Yep. It is back. It seemed like when Mills went out, his stroke came in. It's weird how chemistry works like that.
Did he have 6 3-point? Did he have 6 threes? He had 6 threes, didn't he, on Sunday?
No, 3 out of 4, I think. 3 out of 4, I believe.
3 out of 4.
I think because the Memphis had 19 threes total.
Damn, man, I was way too deep in the Tito's if I doubled him up.
Yeah.
Jaquan Walton. I was sorry. Yeah. I just said. Actually, Dacus mouthed something to me, and I actually answered him on air.
Yeah, you said it out loud. You're just supposed to mouth it back to me.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not good at just mouthing things.
But it was that's the best offensive performance. 63 points. Most teams will hit 63 points in a game.
Mm-hmm.
The lead and a half. An American record. It's just weird. It just shows you this team does whatever it needs to do to win. And hopefully they can turn this corner and get a couple more double digits win and try to change those analytics to benefit themselves.
Quinterly's had some really good games. That
great
might
game.
have been that. He's had some great games. Was yesterday his best?
I don't know if that was yesterday his best or was it the 2 games he hit the game winner to keep him above water. It's just he does what he needs to do.
Dude, he had
the right
11
time.
dimes yesterday.
11. Double. Crazy.
It's been a lot of fun. And then Naquan Tomlin's doing his thing. I like him. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing from him. Everything's going is pushing daisies. I do know they were killing him yesterday. Penny has got a really tight he's got a pretty tight leash on that rotation, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And I know people get mad at him when he play other people, but you got to play other people because you never know when you might need them. Like sometimes he played Carl a little bit, and sometimes he plays Ashton a little bit. But you have to play those guys because you can't roll with 7 guys all for the whole game, or you'll be like Virginia. In the last 5 minutes of the game, you'll be sucking air.
Man, I can handle 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there.
Right.
But that's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. Now, is there anything, as I don't want to talk about any negatives, but is there anything, if you want to nitpick, is there something that still causes you a little bit of concern that you saw in that game at all?
The only thing that really causes me concern is those guys, they've shown that they can be a good defensive team. That's what scares me more than everything because they're going to run up against a team that put 2 halves together like Wichita State. So if they can't let a team get confidence. They got to lock them down the first 10 minutes of the game to take their confidence away, to take their heart away from them. Because once a team gets confidence, it's hard to take it away from them. So if I had a nitpick, I would say I wish their defense would be more consistent to start the game and not to start the second half.
They back at the crib playing South Florida on Thursday. South Florida.
six main game.
Damn, man, this is just like everything is going well with the Tigers. I do have to ask you though, because I'd love to sit here and just talk about how happy I am about them and Penny and everything's pushing daisies. Tigers are tearing it up. Grizzlies on the other side, like, I mean, is there anything that can go right for them?
No, I no. I'm one of the most optimistic persons in the world.
I call you. I say everybody, man, if you're having a bad day, go see Terry Davis and have him give you the Care Bear stare. You'll feel a lot better.
Devin Bay, Maine out 6 weeks. Jake LaRavia out 3 weeks. Marcus Smart out 6 weeks and maybe more. They just thin as all I can be, man. It's just, they play as hard as they can. Just like in the game against the Clippers on Saturday. They played as hard as they can. They just ran out of gas because they had 8 people at the end of the bench. In the NBA, you cannot compete at a high level for more than a couple games if you don't have that talent, because the talent is just too rich on most of these other teams.
Yeah, you're keeping it 100. That is the deadgum truth. Now, talking about all the injuries, who the hell is playing today against the Warriors?
Jaren and Santi should be back in the lineup, so that should be good. And it's always great to hate the Warriors. And unfortunately, the villain number one should be back today. Draymond Green should be back in the lineup today after his exile from the league.
His hiatus. Oh, he was just out there working on himself. He was just out there, finding himself. He was searching.
With his zen, he was doing some yoga. He was doing some herbs and spices to mellow out a little bit, be a chill pill.
Big fan of the herbs and spices. Big fan of the herbs and the spices. The Grizzlies, by the way, are 7.5-point dogs. It is MLK Day. It snowed. It's crazy snow out there. What do you think the crowd's going to be like tonight?
Man, it'd be lucky to get more than 8,000 people there, even though it's a King game. But those streets, if it had stopped snowing or some of the stuff started melting out, I don't expect a big house down there for that today, even though it's the King.
It ain't gonna melt, man. It's like 11 degrees, but it's a good thing though, because with the snow being as deep as it is, just driving on the packed snow, it was easy for me to get to work.
Yeah,
and I got a little bitty small. I'm driving a little small BMW today.
Yeah, it ain't you I'm worried. It ain't the roads I'm worried about. It's Johnny out there scoring 85 out there.
Dude, I know what you mean. By the way, only in Memphis. Did y'all see dude going down like sledding down like 55 behind a truck last night? It was going crazy on the X?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I just let them fools be.
Man, I saw also CJ Hurt post something where dude was skiing down Beale Street.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. People do they put their skis on and just cross country. There's enough snow out there to do their cross country skiing. It's pretty cool.
Man, it is pretty cool. What you got? What's your plans? You just gonna stay in the house and drink Tito's?
Some of us got to work for a living. So I'll be down at FedEx Forum today, and hopefully all this stuff melts out, and then Memphis can come back Thursday and get another win. I'm not normally like this. I just need for the Tigers to get through the next 13 games and get some Fort Worth. I just need them to get through the next 13 games, man. I really get out. Get out.
I love it. Hey, Terry, man, I appreciate your time more than you can imagine. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. We'll do it again next Monday. And do you have any idea about today's playoff football games? Like Buffalo, are they going to dominate the Steelers today in the Ice Bowl up in New York? Or the Steelers going to keep this junk close?
I think if it's as bad as it's supposed to be, and Pittsburgh is a running team and Buffalo's not a running team, I think Pittsburgh will keep it close because of the snow and the running, because it's going to be cold out there for both teams, and they're going to really try to get the game over. I don't see them throwing the ball 30, 40 times per team. So I think the team who run the ball best is going to win. And after the Cowboys lost, I don't care what my Steelers does. I'm good. Those Cowboys can't talk anymore because it's January.
Dude, you are a big Steelers fan. That's one of the main reasons I asked you about this game. But, yeah, as much as a Steelers win would mean something great, it was just as rewarding watching the Green Bay Packers slap the Cowboys around, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And that Detroit game just went back and forth. That was a great game also, too. And with no other distraction, I didn't look at any game. I watched that game from beginning to end with no distraction. That was a really great game. And I love that atmosphere. It's going to be good again when they play next week there, either Philadelphia or Tampa Bay. So it's been some really good football. And did you see that where they had 23 million people complain about the game on Peacock, but 23 million people showed up to watch the game on Peacock?
I think it was actually now the final numbers. I think it was almost it was closer to 27.
That's crazy.
Man, it was the strong arm game of the year.
I want that game on Peacock.
Oh, hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I got the Peacock because of the game, but I will tell you, after the game, it was on the Peacock I think that was Saturday night.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't work as fast as it does on Mondays as other days. And I'm after the Peacock thing, there was a little show called Ted. Do you know the little cussing teddy bear?
Yeah, I know Ted. Yeah,
Dude,
Ted.
they got a series on it. I watched the first one. It was funny as hell on the Peacock.
And also, if you're into Yellowstone, they got all the Yellowstones, too, all the previous seasons of Yellowstone. So there's some really good stuff on Peacock. I've been watching Peacock since it came out. I love Peacock.
Oh, right on, right. Peacock! Terry, you be blessed. We'll do it again next Monday, my friend. And be safe out there tonight.
Talk to you later, man.
That is TD. He's going to be down at the Grizzlies tonight, down at the Grindhouse, getting a little business done. We got to take care of a little business. We're going to take a quick time out. We're going to come back on the other side. I got a little bit of advice for y'all, because we're not from the north. Do you have like a bunch of snow stuff, Dacus?
I do not.
Me neither. But I'm going to tell you how to clean your car and get all the snow and the ice and all that BS off of it without having, what do they call those things? Like a wind, scraper?
Yes.
Is it just called a scraper for real?
I am.
If you don't have a scraper, I got a great idea for you. Don't touch the dial. Plus, we're breaking down football games. We got hardwood because it feels so good right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Let's make this the new year to drive your new Kia home from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Bobby J's waiting to put you in a new Kia today. So come hit the road with 41 MPG Highway and 2024 Kia Forte LXS, $239 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Or get 7 passenger seating in a 2023 Kia Sorento LX. We Gossett at $319 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And if you want your new ride to be a 2024 Kia Telluride LX, we Gossett at $449 a month, $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month lease plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Kia today, 1900 Covington Pike. Online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee. Forte RE722-812, MSRP 21,590. Sorrento PG 242-710, MSRP 33,010. Telluride RG 462822, MSRP 38,705. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on Sports 56. Real sports talk.
Hey everybody, if you're ready to drive a new Silverado into 2024, All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch has financing down to 1.9 or up to $7,500 cash. And you can get another $2,250 with your trade on select vehicles. And you are going to love these new All-Star Chevy Equinoxes or Trailblazers with financing down to 1.9 and no payment for 90 days. That's 3 months with no payments, and your good credit deserves it. If you want a certified pre-owned Chevy or any pre-owned, All-Star is loaded up with lots of pre-owned Silverados, Tahoes, Traverse with the third row seats so you could do more together, Jeeps, Broncos. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. And Kevin and Jeff and everyone here at All-Star Chevy asked me to wish every one of you a very happy and healthy new year. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo Lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps, fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
It's the Start Something New sales event, and it's on now at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. Start your new year off in a new ride with 2023 Jeep Renegade. We got it at $24,990. How about a 2023 Grand Wagoneer 111 4x4, $10,000 off MSRP. Plus, get unparalleled power in a new 2022 Charger Scat Pack. Your time to get $10,000 off MSRP at Gossett on the Pike. And there's never been a better time than right now for 2023 Dodge Charger SXT. We Gossett only $29,990. So drive past the rest and come to the best at Gossett on the Pike, or shop online at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Renegade Triple P 56029 MSRP 30,040. Wagoneer PS 508 331 MSRP 112,285. Charger NH 251 172 MSRP 58,020. SXT PH 508 657 MSRP 35,930. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? It is Snowmageddon 2024. It's on MLK Day. We got the Grizzlies tonight playing the Warriors, and they don't have anybody playing hardly. Hopefully we'll see a little Trey J and a little Santi out there. It's crazy. Laravia's out. Bane's out. Bane's out, man. Jaren Jackson, by the way, is a game-time decision. We think he's going to play. Santi is a game-time decision. Marcus Smart's out. Jaw's out. Man, have a good feeling that they're not going to get their fourth win at home this year. I think they're about to get their 16th loss in the house.
I would agree. We see a lot of Gigi tonight, John. That's one of the silver linings of all of these injuries is we can just watch Gigi Jackson and Zaire play like 30 minutes a night.
We can watch a lot of things tonight. It's going to be it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Sorry. You know, I shouldn't read text. John? I was reading a text message
I could tell.
on air. My bad.
That's fine.
Did they say it was Mail It In Monday?
Hope someone texted you that.
Oh my God, no! But
it's the Grizzlies today.
We do have
it sure is for the Grizzlies. It is certainly a Mail It In Monday.
It is a Mail It In Monday for the Grizzlies tonight. Again, they are only catching 7.5. Feels like a good time when Draymond Green's coming back to the crib. Steph and them. I don't know. I like the Warriors. I'm not going to really be betting on it because today at 3:30 we have our first NFL football playoff game. It's the Buffalo Bills. They're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm fired up. We also have the Eagles and the Buccaneers tonight. So we got two games to break down. We're going to do that on the other side. Plus, we also have a million things to talk about when it comes to just what happened this weekend. Again, what a difference a day makes. Now we go and look, just the other day we were looking at that 2020 draft class and saying, damn, that's a pretty good one, man. Joe Burrow is Joe Shiesty. Tua, who we gave up on, has been pretty damn good until he gets to the playoffs and loses to Kansas City and looks absolutely terrible and loses at home to the Buffalo Bills and just comes up short down the stretch. And Mike McDaniel's a little rinky-dinks, run up and down the sideline offense and get a little speed. Doesn't always work now, does it? Got to figure out how to run the ball north and south. Justin Herbert, he's a great quarterback. Just plays for a crummy organization. By the way, the Los Angeles Chargers are interviewing with Jim Harbaugh as we speak. And then you had Jordan Love, who sat 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers and then comes out and just plays lights out. And the Packers dropped the Cowboys like a bad habit, 48-32. Ho! And damn, man, the Packers organization looks so smooth. They got at it. They got off Aaron Rodgers and hopped on a little love train. Think about it. Rodgers goes out, though, at the 4th play of the year. Jordan Love just takes them into the playoffs. And by the way, Matt LaFleur was taking some jabs, it felt like, at Aaron Rodgers in his post-game presser. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Yeah, what is up? I like that, dude. Take a little shot. You know what I'm saying? Take a shot. And everybody's taking shots at the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, your days in Big D are numbered. Mike McCarthy's been doing such a great job. 3rd season with 12 regular season wins. Yet you haven't made it to an NFC championship game. In fact, did you know the Dallas Cowboys haven't been in the NFC championship game since 1995? Oh, wait, you do know that because you're a Cowboy fan. What is it about them paper Cowboys?
John, I'm tired of this segment. I don't like this conversation.
All right, well, I'm going to give all the praise to the Green Bay Packers. Congratulations.
I don't like that either.
Well, damn it, what can I do? I'm not going to talk about this game anymore. I'm not even going to talk about
John,
this game.
I've been in favor of Mike McCarthy since the day he took the Cowboys job. Yesterday during that game, I was screaming, fire him.
I bet. And by the way, how disappointing was it that Dak came out there and, I mean, he didn't throw 2 pick sixes, but he basically did because one of his picks, they ended up giving the ball at a 6-yard line, and they scored a touchdown. It's he gave the Packers 14 points. Did you know there were more return yards in the first half than, interception return yards than Dak had passing yards? Now, he lit it up in the 4th quarter and was too little too late, but that's just what Dallas does in Big D. Back in 2 Shake, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78, that's Lamar, and the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
Make your next grill your last with the Big Green Egg at East Memphis Ace. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Ready to cook in only 15 minutes with cook temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between. Change your at-home cooking experience for life with our unmatched, authentic wood-fired grill flavor that has our customers raving. Get your Big Green Egg and all our accessories at East Memphis Ace on the corner of South White Station and Quince Road.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good Southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Davis. Happy MLK Day. We got basketball starting right now. Did you know that it's starting right now?
We have what starting right now?
Basketball, homie.
We've had basketball started already.
I'm talking about pros, bro.
Oh, we don't care about the pros.
I mean, we have Ohio State's playing right now. I know they're playing Michigan.
Uh-huh.
Michigan's terrible. I don't know what the score is or anything.
I can tell you, John. Oh, perfect. What better on an MLK Day than score updates, John? Give me 2 seconds, and I'll give you some score updates.
Love a
Stick
good
around.
score update.
Stick around 3 o'clock. We'll be giving a lot of score updates because there will be a lot of games going on this afternoon. Whole show might just be score updates. College basketball. Wow, Michigan is up 37-28 at the half. That game over on Fox.
Beat them Buckeyes.
No.
Only person in the world that really likes the Buckeyes is T-Money. Got to give a shout-out to T-Money. What did he tell us on Friday?
T-Money, I love T-Money. Let me just put that out there. If he's listening right now, T-Money, you're one of my favorite people that I get to talk to every week. When he tweeted that out last night of T-Money had Packers +2, I wanted to throw my phone through and if you'll notice, whenever T-Money tweets out about his picks, I always like it and retweet it. I love T-Money. I love his picks. When he tweeted that out last night,
no likes other than
no
me.
likes. I wanted to throw my phone out a window. I was so mad.
I thought it
but
was.
Good pick, T-Money, I guess.
It was. We just still didn't expect it to be like that. But again, we're doing scoreboard update. Michigan, you said, was up by like 9.
Yeah, Michigan's up 37-28 at the half over Ohio State. Niagara up 39-45. That's right, John. 39-35 over Siena.
Do you think Niagara gets used more on snow days than a regular day?
Maybe, John. Fairfield up 47-28 over Canisius.
Fairfield in?
No, just Fairfield University. The what's their? I forget their mascot. They have a great mascot though. And then Stonehill Wagner just tipped off 2-2 there. Over in the National Hockey League, John.
There's hockey.
Hockey game started at 11.
I mean, there is snow outside.
Right now, the Sharks and the Sabres are knotted up 0-0 with 17 minutes left in the second period. We've got 4 games about to drop the puck, as they would say.
Well,
in the NBA. Rockets 76ers about to tip off.
Just
Philly,
the tip.
An 8.5-point favorite.
Just the tip. At 1:30, you have the Pelicans and the Mavericks. 2 o'clock, you got the Magic and the Knicks. 2 o'clock, you have the Pistons and the Wizards. Again, the Pistons, they are tanking the season. Tanking for Caitlin Clark. They play the Wizards, and you got the Spurs and Hawks at 2:30, Warriors and Grizzlies at 5, Bulls and Cavs at 6, Heat and Celtics at 6:30, and then the Celtics and Raptors, and then the Pacers and the Jazz. And damn, we got more basketball on the Thunder and the Lakers. There's a lot of hoops today, like a lot of NBA. Guess what?
Sure is.
Nobody's gonna watch. You want to know why?
Why?
Because they're going to be watching the
NFL's
NFL, the king of all sports.
Good point.
A man's sport.
Good point, John.
Except for in Buffalo this week, they decided to go, and cancel and postpone a game. I mean, I'm glad I am today because today I'm fired up about watching the game at 3:30. But, man, who's the weakest person on TV right now? I would have to say Robert Griffin.
Really?
His takes are terrible.
I'm sorry I didn't see his takes.
Dude, I retweeted it and said weak ass.
Oh.
And with my hand over his face. He said the Dolphins and Chiefs game should be postponed for player and fan safety, period. End of the discussion. And then he went on to talk about how tough we as NFL football players and we're gladiators. But it's not anytime, any place, literally. It's just a way to pump us up. If the NFL really cared about its players and its fan, it would cancel the game immediately. Shut up. Did you see the fans? That place was packed.
Sure was.
Did you see the game? The Dolphins got jacked. And you know what? I had something to do on a Saturday night. It was great, man. Plus, Chiefs covered the spread. Thank you for playing the game. Thank you for it being such a smashing success. Robert Griffin III. So he had a weak take on basically Robert Griffin makes the dumbest takes in the history of the world. So on Saturday, his stupid take was, you got to cancel the game. Yeah, it's so dangerous. Oh, my God, it's so dangerous. Shut up.
Was that like a man baby impression there? I don't know what that was.
Yes, that was.
Okay.
That was a screaming child. Petulant child.
I like it.
Like Robert Griffin III. By the way, you are a child. He's the third. He's got to be the baby. You know what I'm saying? He's the third. So you know what? You are, man, acting childish. And then he went on his little bitty feed, and right after the Cowboys lost, he said they need to fire Mike McCarthy immediately. There's only one coach who can fix Big D. Who do you think he said?
I don't know. Who?
Deion Sanders.
Wow. Deion to the Big D.
Let me just say, I feel like he's hanging out with Tyrone Biggums. I feel like my homie's hanging out with Jamarcus Russell and slipping on some scissor. Maybe hanging out with me and smoking a little reefer, eating edibles and drinking Tito's. I just know that his takes are lunacy. They need to cancel the game for player safety, and the Cowboys need to hire Deion Sanders. Please, child, please.
John, I don't mean to change topics with you, but the AP poll has just dropped. And
I love polls, especially in strip clubs.
The Memphis Tigers have moved up 3 spots.
To number 11. No, number, wait, did you say 3 spots? So they're number 10?
To number 10, that is correct.
What?
Uh-huh. No, I think that's
awesome.
Fair.
No, dude, are you kidding me? This team's a top 10 team. This is all.
Oh, I thought you were saying they didn't go up enough.
No, what are you talking about? This is called gratitude, bro. Like, I'm
Well,
not feeling like Dan Campbell right now. Like, I'm just a little emotional right now. Like, our team's back in the top 10,
top
man.
10. How about that?
It's been a long
Number 10
damn
decided.
time.
Here's your top 25. UConn, number 1. Purdue, number 2. Kansas, 3. North Carolina, 4. Houston, 5. Tennessee, 6. Duke, 7. Kentucky, 8. Baylor, 9. And Memphis, 10. Some other notable teams. Auburn, number 13.
Top 10.
Let's see. Dayton, number 21. The Flyers. Ole Miss stays at number 22.
What about them Rebels, Bane?
That's right. Florida Atlantic at number 23. Iowa State at 24. And Texas Tech at number 25.
Well, I'd like to give you an Ole Miss update on the cheerleading competition.
How'd that go? That was over the weekend.
They had their they were going for the Natty last night.
Yeah, Memphis did well in it, I guess. I saw that on Twitter.
Well, why don't you see what my daughter did?
What'd she do?
I don't know, because they made it to the finals. They made it at least in the top 5.
Oh, very nice.
But she didn't hit me up or return my message yesterday. So, like, I don't know if that means they didn't. She's either out partying, celebrating, or she's, like, crying. And I hope she's not crying. I guess you know what? You can look that up for me.
I'll try. Is it cheerleading or pom? Or
It's cheerleading, bruh. Ole Miss cheer. Now you got me wondering. Ole Miss cheer. I was trying to look it up, man.
Ole Miss cheer.
2024, I'm guessing. Because it is 2024. Come on, cheer. Give me some news.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, the Google thing always works, except for when you try to look up some cheerleading. Dadgummit, this is sexist. Sexist. Give me some dadgum Ole Miss information.
We might just be the ones that are sexist because we don't know how to look it up.
It's our Google. It's sexist. We just proved that Google is sexist.
I guess so.
I knew it.
Well,
man.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on X, I guess you could call it.
Go to the Rebel Walk and see if they got any updates.
Here we go. D1A Spirit Program final results. University of Mississippi, second place.
Oh, damn.
But
you know what Ricky Bobby says?
What's that?
If you're not first, you're last.
That's right.
Baby, you're not last. You're first in my heart, baby.
They also placed fifth in the all-girl Division 1A cheer finals. I don't know what the difference is. But
well, the first one has got boys. The second one is all girls.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. Like it's crazy thought
very
about.
Confusing.
Very, very confusing. So we got number 2 and we got second, fifth, and then in the little individual, whatchamacallit, they got, I think, fourth.
Memphis placed first in the small co-ed division.
Yeah, but they're in the small, dude. They're in the big one. Let's just be honest. Like, there's different levels to cheer. They're in the level below, brother. It's D2, okay? It's D2. Don't even mess with me. Let me try to say, Memphis got first. You think, man, don't even play games with me.
I mean, they did, John. They placed first.
Yeah,
that's what it's telling me.
If you win the Natty, like, what's our little guy? Is it Pierre who won a Natty at D2?
Jonathan Pierre, that's right.
Jonathan Pierre won a Natty at D2.
That's right.
Look at him playing for Memphis a whole 2 minutes.
Wow.
That's right.
Got about 3 minutes.
That's right, son.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you better look at this thing right.
Who knew, John? Who would have bet that on Monday, January 15th, after the wild card weekend, that we'd be in here arguing about cheer?
I'm sorry, I got to get back to arguing about football. My bad. You know my heart, man. My heart. Now, I dug a huge hole on Saturday. First game of the day. You heard me on Friday. If you want to send me hate mail because you listened to me again, I'm sorry. I can't be perfect. I've never been perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Perfect in my heart, John.
I said that the Browns were going to absolutely smoke the Texans because C.J. Stroud's first playoff game, because he's going against the number 1 defense in the NFL. When he's gone, he hadn't beaten the top 20 defense since week 6. Look what happened when they played the Jets, the 5th-ranked defense, and they got beat 30-3. Like, I mean, there's all these reasons. Did you see the Texans when they played the Browns? Now, C.J. Stroud didn't play. That Davis Mills kid did. And now it just to prove Davis Mills, you're terrible. Because with Davis Mills, the Browns destroyed the Texans. You put in superstar C.J. Stroud, 45 all over their face. C.J. Stroud was freaking filthy. And then the Texans' defense, Holmes, let me just tell you a little something. Joe Flacco, retire. 2 interceptions. 2 of them that were just bad interceptions.
2 pick sixes, right?
1 pick 6.
Okay, just 1 pick 6.
Was it 2 pick sixes?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was 2 pick sixes. It was 2 pick sixes. You were right. Now I had to the game was already out of hand. Okay, I had realized that I had dug a very big hole in the very first game because I swung so hard that when I missed, I hit the floor and almost knocked myself out.
Nice.
I did get up off the mat. I dusted myself
Dust yourself off. Yeah.
And I went back to work, and I pounded the dead gum Chiefs to get back to even, just a little under even. And so we are back, and we're going to talk a little bit of gambling. But again, we got to talk about this Texans team. DeMeco Ryans has completely changed this football team's culture. C.J. Stroud is that dude. Will Anderson, the defense is totally different. And Nico Collins, dude, Nico Collins.
What a game.
Just no, since he's been thrust into the one thing, I mean, coming out of Michigan, I didn't think Nico Collins was going to amount to jack.
Yeah.
Dude is huge. I mean, he's 6'4", like 220, full grown ass man, and can run.
Mm-hmm.
He was tearing it up.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. He's a unbelievable football player. This Texans team's pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and tell you right now. I'm going to go ahead and already say it. State it. You don't even know what the line is. We don't even know who the Texans are going to play because we have the Bills and the Steelers playing. But the Texans will not win next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, they looked unstoppable on Saturday, but I'm going against them again next week already. I can't wait for the line. Once it comes out, I'm pounding the other side. Pounding that junt. I think the Texans got all, they have milked this for all. They won 3 games last year. The Dallas Cowboys can't even win playoff games. You know, you're telling me the Cowboys can't go to the NFC Championship game since 1995? But the Texans can go from the second worst team in the NFL last year to playing in the AFC Championship game? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Hail to the na-na, to the na-na. Isn't that how they do it? Hail. What's the song? What is it? Is that the song? Hail to the na-na, or is it no-no?
I think no-no. I don't know.
Hail to the no-no
I have no
or the
idea,
na-na?
John. I don't know, John.
All right. Well,
bad personality.
Hail to the no-no is what we're saying. No, C.J. Stroud and the boys are not going to move on to the AFC Championship game. Book it, Dano. Book it. We also have to just say, are the Chiefs, like, do they go to Buffalo and rip out the Bills' hearts if they win today? Because this Chiefs team, it is the postseason. They have Pat Mahomes. Isaiah Pacheco runs hard. The offensive line gives them time. And the defense looked really damn good. L'Jarius Sneed all up on Tyreek Hill's face, checking him at the line. Spags is doing a hell of a job, and you got to trust the Walrus Andy Reid. And my man had icicles coming out of his. They were more like booger sickles coming out of his mouth. Did you see it?
Yeah, that was nasty, John.
That was really nasty. They kept showing up close his booger sickles hanging from his upper lip.
I mean, it was impressive. I mean, so cold that your mustache is freezing. It's hilarious.
I'm just going to tell you something. You need some Sudafed when your nose is running that bad. Just get that man some of that, the ones behind the counter, the ones that you have to give your ID for, the ones that they make meth out of. Those are the good ones. Those are the only ones that I think they sell now. But, yeah, great news. We got football today. Buffalo Bills Steelers are starting here at 3:30. Looking at this game, I'm going to be honest with you. As, I just keep saying to myself, there's no way they can continue to do this, right? And I'm talking about the Steelers. This is a team that's offense has been so pedestrian that it's not even funny. Najee Harris wasn't running the football all that well until the last 3 weeks of the season. The last 2 games, he's averaged over 110 yards. The Seahawks and the Ravens. Now, the Ravens didn't play anybody, but my man's been, playing great football. They played the Bengals before that. But this is, a Bills team who is a damn good defensive team. It's definitely going to be the best defense that the Steelers team has seen in a month. That is for sure.
Sure will be.
It definitely will be.
Definitely will be. John, how much does this amount of snow, because we knew there was going to be snow, but how much does this much snow affect this game today? How many people? What is the? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go
Dave asked me and Zach when he came in. He said, "What is the over/under on the amount of people at FedEx Forum tonight?" And again, if you're going out there,
I say 8,000 is
be
the over/under.
safe. What is the over/under for people at this Bills game today?
It's going to be sold out, packed to the hill.
Do you think so?
Hell yeah, this is Buffalo, man. This is football weather. This is a snow game. This is the playoffs, son.
Did you see the people that were out there yesterday, $20 an hour to shovel snow?
Hell yeah, I watched that stuff.
Awesome.
Did you see the dude who took all of his clothes off and went down the snow sled?
Whatever, yeah, that makeshift whatever.
Yeah. Did you see them Kansas City fans? I mean, Buffalo, what is it going to be like -1 degree? No, I think it's going to be 9 degrees, 11 degrees?
Also, I learned...
It's 11 degrees in Memphis. I'm at work,
really.
son. Do you think I got any, I don't have boots, snow boots. I don't have a galosh or whatever the hell they're called.
John, I just I found out today that the Bills... So, Kansas City, they made a big deal about it during the Peacock game, especially before that their field they have a heated field.
They do have a heated field. Buffalo Bills do not have a
Buffalo
heated field.
does not. I mean,
that's
it's
right.
going to be hard as a rock
It's going to be hard as a rock.
It's going to be so much fun to watch, John. I'm so excited.
And the Buffalo Bills are going to whip that butt because I got the Bills.
So, wait, you have the Bills today?
Remember I told you about my parlays that are left over?
Yeah, but
I got the Bills -3 and an alternate spread, and I have the Buffalo. I have the Buccaneers plus the 4.5.
Do you like the under today, though?
Man,
With kind of
I am taking the total. end game. I got to see how the field really does affect the play before I start betting overs and unders, okay? You know what I'm saying here?
I wonder,
in-game betting is the greatest thing that was ever invented in life.
John, I wonder
Couldn't call your old bookie back in the day and be like, hey, man.
Hey, what's the live total?
What's the live total going on, bro?
Hey, the Tigers just scored 69 points in the first. Let's just think it was in the first half.
Nice
Can I get an under or something? That was crazy yesterday. I wonder if you could get like field goal props. Like I'm sure you could get a good.
Of course you can get field goal props.
No, but I'm
Do
saying
you not gamble.
No, John, I know you can bet on field goals. I'm saying I wonder if you could get a good price on some field goal props because they're like. I mean, I would guarantee there's gonna be some missed field goals today.
I don't know, man.
Wow, DraftKings has taken off the field goal props.
Oh my gosh. Well, DraftKings is weak sauce.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm not supposed to do that.
I mean, I'm just not. You can say it. I just don't do DraftKings.
Oh yeah, we don't have a sportsbook sponsor for this show.
No,
used to.
Mm-hmm.
I made that mistake one time, John.
Oh, it's okay.
Because we were filling in, and no, one of your shows in the afternoon, and me and Jay Morgan were filling in, and Jay Morgan was, I forgot. We had Sportsbook A that was sponsoring. They were doing
B.
They were doing like live. One of the hosts was doing live reads. This one Gabe was still here, so it was Brett and Gabe. One of them was doing live reads for Sportsbook A, and Jay Morgan was like, "Yeah, you getting those odds on Sportsbook A?" And I go, "No, I'm a Sportsbook B guy. I don't really mess with Sportsbook A." And the look of sheer panic on Jay Morgan's face after I said that, and I was like, "Oh no, I shouldn't have said that."
I believe it.
That's where I'm at right now.
I freaking believe it. But today we have some serious games, and I'm going to tell you right now, the Bills, being a 10-point favorite in this kind of conditions with Najee Harris over there, a lot of people think it's too much. We'll remind you, Ali Highsmith is good, but he sure as hell ain't no TJ Watt. And do you know that Mr. Dawkins is the fifth best pass rate, win rate, left tackle in all of football? Josh Allen is going to be upright all day long. Steelers pass rush will not get to him. Wide receivers have an advantage. Josh Allen has a dead gum hose for an arm. He ain't no Mason, limp arm Rudolph. If I'm going to play the total, which I'm not because I got a -3. If I'm going to play, the spread, which I'm not, I have a -3. I would have to lean for the Buffalo Bills at home, just the better team. I think Sean McDermott's going to get his business going. But if you're going to play it, because last week I was all about the Steelers plus the 10. The total's 38. Was 38 then? Yeah, 38.5 now. Same thing. But, man, with these 25-mile-an-hour winds, with the way the Bills have been fighting over the last 6 weeks, Jalen Warren's speed is pretty good. Najee Harris is a thoroughbred. But I just have to feel like I trust this Buffalo Bills defense much more than I trust the Steelers defense with no TJ Watt. And let's be real. We talk about Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, but who has a terrible offensive line? Sure ain't the Buffalo Bills. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. One of their big problems all year long has been their offensive line. Today is going to come up and is going to be a factor. I like the Bills at home. I'm going to play the total as I'm watching that bad boy. But when it comes to the other game, are you kidding me? I am all about the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm all up in this. This Eagles team has not at all this season looked like the Eagles team. Yes, they started at 10-1. But this team doesn't look anything like the team that went to the Super Bowl. Shane Steichen is gone. Gannon is gone. Jonathan is in Arizona. Arizona Cardinals defense looked better than the Eagles. My man Shane Steichen is with the Colts. He took a terrible team with Gardner Minshew because Anthony Richardson went down and came down to the last game of the season. They lost to the Texans, who just won a playoff game against the Browns to get into the playoffs. Totally took a living team. And Brian Johnson, as offensive coordinator, has been awful. Did you know that they only use pre-snap motion 26% of the time?
Is that right?
It's the lowest in the National Football League. Do you know what pre-snap motion use is in the NFL during the regular season, the league average?
I mean, it's got to be up like
51%.
I was about to say around 50%.
That's the league average. They're bringing it down.
Wow.
The league average over here at 26%. That's crazy. That means you're not making the defense think. at all. You're not making them use their brain. They're just lining up and reading and reacting. No motion. They've also, in the last 6 games, been outscored by 59 points. That point differential is only worse by 3 other teams, and that's the Carolina Panthers, whose point differential is negative 61. The Chargers, negative 63. And look how bad the Commanders were. Negative 120. 4th worst in all of football. This Eagles team doesn't look good. And you know who's all banged up? That would be Jalen Hurts. And do you know what you need to throw a football? You need a hand.
That's right.
You need a damn hand.
Stafford last night, he had his
Stafford
hand
is tough as nails. His hand is all banged up. He made the greatest throw I've seen all season. Greatest throw of all season. Hit his hand against my man's helmet.
Yeah.
Busted up. Blood's squirting out everywhere. Tapes it up. Then not only that, it looked like he got knocked the bleep out.
Mm-hmm.
My man goes in the medical tent. I
And
don't
he
think
got
he's
stepped
coming
on,
back.
John. You didn't mention he got stepped
on. Like, I thought my man was dead. His head hits the ground hard. He just got killed. Matt Stafford comes back in, and he plays that game because Matt Stafford is a baller.
Mm-hmm. Shot caller, John.
He's bad to the bone. And Jalen Hurts has not been bad to the bone. He has not been very good this year.
Yeah, this whole team in general has not been very good
A.J.
this
Brown,
year.
you know, ain't playing, right?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Dude, he got hurt last game.
Yeah, but the whole, like, not showing up to anything and taking all of his Eagle stuff off his Instagram account.
I think you got a guy who's not really happy right now.
Sounds like
I mean, this is Nick Sirianni who's taking his team to the playoffs 3 straight years. And
Nick
a lot of
Sirianni's
people,
such a clown.
People are saying that this dude might be coaching for his job today. But yeah, A.J. Brown is out. And by the way, Reed Blankenship is questionable.
Is he really?
Yeah, and that's their one defensive back, their safety that's actually pretty decent. This Eagles team is just terrible. I took the Bucks in a teaser plus the 4.5, but I'm telling you right now, I like Jake Crane, like you said. I think the Bucks come out there and beat the brakes off of them. Buccaneers defense has been solid, and you think Chris Godwin and Mike Evans aren't going to be open all day on that crummy secondary? Child, please. And you know who's bad? You know who actually was the worst quarterback against the blitz this year?
Who's that?
That would be Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
Do you know who blitzes the 5th most in the NFL? 6th most in the NFL. Tampa Bay Bucks. They're coming after him today. They're going to eat his damn lunch. Bucks win. Bucks win big. But we got to take a quick timeout. We'll be back on the other side with a little Hardenwood because it feels so good. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkhammer, Sunrise Buick GMC truck. Going to start out the new year buying a new or used car or truck. Remember, the selection's better and the savings are bigger at Sunrise. Acres of new cars and trucks to choose from. A $5 million used car inventory of late model GM certified cars and trucks. And remember, Sunrise specializes in cars and trucks under $99.95. Don't forget, Sunrise has a financing plan for everybody and specializes in secondary financing. The #1 volume Buick and GMC dealer in the Mid-South. Sunrise, where saving you money is just a way of doing business, partner. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
5 Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Roofing and siding, gutters too. We're the pros you can trust to get it done right. Call on us. 5 Ash Roofing, the name to know. 5 Ash Roofing, the only way to go. 5 Ash Roofing, it's what we do. 5 Ash Roofing.
Is that not the corniest thing you've ever heard? Can you believe I paid good money for that silly jingle? Well, the experts say make it memorable, and I think I got my money's worth. 5 Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5 Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5 Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Is your home still not warm enough or running out of hot water? Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, and we've got exciting news for you. Introducing Choate's Carrier Repair Buyback Program. If you've had HVAC or water heater repairs in the past year, you're in luck. Choate's will credit your repair costs up to $1,500 with a brand new HVAC or tankless water heater system. Yep, you heard right. Just bring your repair invoice from the last 365 days and get ready to upgrade your home's comfort. Say goodbye to those chilly nights and inconsistent heating. Choate's has you covered with various low-payment financing plans, making your upgrade more affordable than ever. Imagine a more efficient and reliable system keeping your family cozy all winter long. And here's the best part. This offer is a substantial boost towards a state-of-the-art heating solution. Ready to take the next step? Schedule your free estimate by calling 347-8086. And remember, turn to the experts with Choate's and let our family serve your family.
Lowe's knows pros want savings now. That's why, as an MVP's Pro Rewards member, you get volume savings on orders of $1,500 or more at the Pro Desk. And there's more. We've lowered our prices on select top products like electrical wire and drywall, so you can get the job necessities for less. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. In-store only. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Hey, everybody, if you're ready to drive a new Silverado into 2024, All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch has financing down to 1.9 or up to $7,500 cash. And you can get another $2,250 with your trade on select vehicles. And you are going to love these new All-Star Chevy Equinoxes or Trailblazers with financing down to 1.9 and no payment for 90 days. That's 3 months with no payments, and your good credit deserves it. If you want a certified pre-owned Chevy or any pre-owned, All-Star is loaded up with lots of pre-owned Silverados, Tahoes, Traverse with the third row seats so you could do more together, Jeeps, Broncos. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. And Kevin and Jeff and everyone here at All-Star Chevy asked me to wish every one of you a very happy and healthy new year. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Top 25 Memphis basketball is back at FedEx Forum Thursday, January 18th at 6 for the 6 Main game. Come out as we celebrate you, the 6 Main. Mystery giveaway to the first 1,000 fans and special in-game presentations celebrating you. Be on the lookout on Memphis Tigers social media for special giveaways around the city. Be there and be loud, 6th Main. Purchase your tickets at gotigersgo.com/tickets.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Hopefully you're just sitting back chilling at the crib, watching some hoops maybe. Got hoops wall to wall. Happy MLK Day.
I'm watching some hockey right now, John.
Man, 76ers are beating the brakes off the Rockets right now.
Are they really?
Well, I mean,
What
not the
score?
brakes. It's 28-19 in the first. I mean, that's a
They're
pretty
beating
good
the
lead.
Breaks off them. They're up 9.
Hey, I know that's why I kind of like. That's why after I realized I was gonna have to say the score, I was like, you might want to kind of pull back up on that rain right there. Pelicans and the Mavs starting about an hour. They're at 1:30. You got 2:00 Magic Knicks. It's wall-to-wall basketball. Your Grizzlies, who don't have any players, are playing the Warriors tonight as Draymond Green returns to Memphis. He'll be in the lineup. It's a TNT game. You can watch it on TV. But who's going to be watching basketball when the NFL's on?
I have it on a small screen, John.
Please, child, please. I don't even need it on, man. Who do I need to watch that's going to be playing tonight?
Gigi.
I mean, Tripp might play. But
Zaire.
Desmond Bain, man, ain't. I can't. No.
I literally, when Jake LaRavia went down the other night, I literally spit my drink out. I was like, what is going on? I mean, this is the worst luck a team, doesn't even matter what
by the
sport
way,
they play. This is the worst luck a team has ever had.
And by the way, let's be honest. They say Desmond Bain is out, a minimum of 6 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's that same thing. He's going to be like reevaluated in 6 weeks.
But can we honestly say he's probably not going to play again this year? Because why would you bring him back? For some meaningless
that's what I'm saying.
Games at the very end of the season.
It's so hard now because of all the. I guess they can just say he's still injured, but none of these guys need to come back. I mean, just mail the season in. Let's get a top pick or trade it away. Whatever you want to do. I mean, there's no making the play in or making the playoffs anymore.
Grizzlies 2024 terrible.
Is this in this? Do you remember?
But the Memphis Tigers top 10.
Oh, I mean, great year. 112 points yesterday, John. Are you kidding me?
19 trays.
That was incredible. I mean, I could not believe my eyes. And Quinterly's taking logo threes and nothing but net. Also, John, speaking of which,
kind of like Dame Lillard last night to hit that winner.
That was crazy. I turned that
Bucks
game off.
In your eye, how you like me now?
Jason Munz wrote a story this morning, which he is still stranded in Wichita. I think he's finally in the air, but he was stranded in Wichita. Jordan Brown has met with the team and wants to come back.
Jordan Brown frown?
Jordan Brown wants to come back, John. How about that?
I want to join a top 10 team, too.
That is the reporting of Jason Munz. I think he posted it.
And he's trapped in Texas or somewhere?
No, so according to Jason Munz, his story, go to the Commercial Appeal, read it. It's a great story. Supposedly
he missed his flight by 17 minutes or something.
He came back. He was in Memphis last week, and they had a players only meeting where he addressed the team and was like, I want to come back. In the story, Jason Munz says that what actually was said in the meeting is very he couldn't report anything
secret.
because nobody would really say anything and whatever. But he said basically like Jordan Brown went to him and was like, I wanna be back, and that the players were like,
back for what, man?
I don't know about
you
that.
You gonna be my water boy?
Yeah, and I think he has a quote from Quinterly in there where I guess him and Quinterly were roommates before he left, and Quinterly was like, it was just a shock, and we were just trying to get ready for practice, and it just caught us all off guard. And Penny was like, I think they'll settle down a little bit, and I think they'll want him back or something like that. I was like, this is crazy.
Brown frown. By the way, does anybody even still see brown frown? Do you know what brown frown is?
I do not.
It's sticks and stems. It's that old Mexican dirt weed that came in bricks. Basically, is really nasty and brown. You got to break it up. Kind of would cut your fingers. Never mind. Doesn't matter. But right now,
I'm sorry, John. I'm arguing with my friend.
Jordan
right
Brown
now
is brown frown. But we'll see what happens if he makes it back.
John, my friend is mad at me because he texted me yesterday in a group chat and said, what do we think the Tigers will be ranked tomorrow? And I said, I think number 10. And then he responded and was like, I would love that, yada, 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 which they're 10 today.
They are.
And then later, John Fanta put his top 25 out there and had the Tigers at 11. And I sent that in there, and he said, wow, that's crazy. That's super petty. And I said, I really like this top 25, and I don't mind that the Tigers are number 11 in it. And then today he just texted and said, Tigers top 10, or Tigers number 10. And I said, told you. And he said, you said 11. And he's mad at me because he thought I said 11 instead of 10. Please.
Dude, man. Tell this guy to go read his text. You sound like my deadgum ex-wife, bro. Come on, man up. Speaking of manning up, you better man up because do you know legendary Eagles backup quarterback Nick Foles has the same amount of playoff wins as the Cowboys do since 1997.
John, I mean, I'm trying to bring up anything that would keep us from talking Cowboys today.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. But it is a beautiful day. We have playoff football starting here at 3:30 today. You got the Steelers and the Bills. We're going to break down the game. We already break down the damn games. Y'all know who I'm taking. I'll give those to you again at the end of the program. But it's time to do a little Hardwood. And I want to remind you, the liquor stores are open. How do I know? Because I've already been, brother. I'm like a Eagle Scout. Is that what they call them?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm an Eagle. Is that the girl ones?
No, Eagle Scout is
that the Boy Scout?
Yeah, it's I think
Boy Scout on steroids.
Well, I think Boy Scout is up until a certain age, and then you become an Eagle Scout.
Damn it, I'm an Eagle Scout.
But I'm not positive about that.
I pulled up at the liquor store today. You know what I got? I got some Tito's. The best part of waking up is Tito's in your cup. Especially on a cold, cold day. We got football, but I got to give you a few funny stories, so let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Thought you were sleeping on the job.
No, this
buddy.
you heard me hit the thing, or maybe you didn't. On my
I didn't hear you.
But this computer's like a little slow today. I think it's frozen.
So,
literally,
Kalen DeBoer, you know who he is? He's now the Alabama coach. Was Washington's coach. A week ago, we were wondering if this guy could upset Michigan and win the Natty. Today, we're wondering, can he take over for Nick Saban and keep the Tide rolling? Jalen Milroe sure thinks so. Did you see him front and center at the press conference? A big hug after they talked it out. He's fired up about Jalen. I mean, he's fired up about Kalen. But, you know, Isaiah Bond, he's not. You know, the former 5-star receiver who was with Alabama? He said, nope, I'm leaving. I'm going to Texas. And did you see how he did it?
I did not.
Lambo style. He said, just like the business world, you make the best decisions for your company. My company right now is my draft stock. I feel like I'm putting myself in a position to increase that, and I have a better draft stock. And then there's a picture of him driving off in a Lamborghini.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah. My man's only 5'11", 182 pounds, but he is fast as all get out. And he's just got that, wiggle, you know what I'm saying? Got that wiggle. You remember the West Virginia wide receiver that had so much wiggle?
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy. I can't think of it. Calvin, no. Oh my God.
Kayvon Austin.
Kayvon. He's got a little wiggle like that. You know what I'm saying?
The amount of times I've seen his highlight video just watching it on repeat.
He's got a little human joystick. Little Dante Hall and little wiggle, man. You know what I'm saying? I like what he's got. And now Quinn Ewers is coming back. Sark is staying. Texas is going to the SEC. Watch out, Kalen.
Look out.
It's gonna be a different hoe to row. You know what I'm saying? Or row. Wait, how does that go?
You got
different
it right.
hoe to row.
No.
Different hoe to
rake.
No. I think it's a different.
I think
hoe
it
to
is.
row.
I think it's hoe to row.
Hoe to row. Don't be hoe. Don't be hoeing the rowing. Don't be rowing the hoe. I don't know, man. Just a hoe to row. But great stuff. Thank you, John. You've done a great job today.
Really.
Now, again, I'm not mailing it. It's not mail-in Monday.
Yeah.
It's not mail-in Monday, buddy. I've been doing good.
Yeah, it's been a fun show.
It has. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of love. Taylor Swift. She was at the game yesterday. And my man Tony Dungy last night went on TV and said that this is the problem with the NFL today. Too many outside forces creeping up in there, taking away from what's actually happening on the field.
What?
Yeah. He did this on NBC, man. I was thinking to myself, Tony, you don't know what you're stepping in. Swifties are going to be on him like you won't believe.
You don't want the Swifties.
Tony Dungy's got it. Dude, the Swifties got him in the crosseye. But I will have to say, when they were doing the little back and forth in Kansas City, I know she was in a warm booth. But all the people who were out there watching her and doing the back and forth, was that a Taylor Swift dance?
No. That's the swag surf, isn't it?
Dude, I have no idea, man.
They do have the Tiger games.
Swag. It's called Swag. Is that what it's called? Oh, I thought it was a Taylor Swift song.
I'm on the mic. Yeah, you know.
But that's what all the kids do. I'm sitting around with a bunch of old people, man. The gray hairs ain't doing jack, man.
Yeah, but they do have all the
checking their
Metamucil. I think they do have the Tiger basketball games. They do have the Tiger football games for sure. The swag surf.
I didn't know it was called something like that. It's all right. What do you think about C.J. Gardner-Johnson's hit on Tyler Higbee last night?
They were hitting in that game last night.
Yeah, but he went low. He hit him in his knee. I hate that. But, dude, today he came out. He basically, last night he came out and he said, that's not on me. You know that Higbee, by the way, tore his ACL.
Yeah. That's sad.
Sucks. Hate that for him. Hate that. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson said all the blame should be on the quarterback. He said 100%.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. He said if anybody on the Rams feels like that was a dirty play, well, tell the quarterback don't put the ball in a place where he can get his player hurt. It's all on Matt Stafford, put his receiver in a bad position. Now, I heard Tom Brady say that kind of stuff all the time, by the way. And, do those kinds of things. Make those throws all the time.
That was Tom Brady that came out earlier this season and basically said that, you're seeing all these receivers get injured because
the quarterback's putting him in that position. Yeah. I also saw Tom do that a few times, too, with Gronk in his head. Throw it up in there between three guys and let Gronk take 3 shots to the brain. He'll be okay. He's Gronk. But yeah, man, he ain't happy about that stuff. He ain't happy at all. Well, we are going to have to take a quick timeout, but there was one thing that I was trying to remember and I can't, and that's driving me crazy. Oh, yeah, I got to give you advice because I'm here for, like, helping out people. Yeah, and if somebody can't remember anything is going to give you advice, yeah, you probably think that's funny. But listen, do you know how I got in my car today? Because, like, there was like 6 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Like, my windshield was frozen, and I don't have a scraper. So you know what I used?
What'd you use, John?
A wooden spatula.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got it in my car, bro. A wooden spatula works just as good as a scraper.
Somebody was telling...
And the wood doesn't mess up your windshield. Like, you don't want to be, like, messing up the windshield or scraping your car all up. You don't want to mess the paint up. The wood is great.
Somebody was telling me...
Wood is always good.
John, somebody was telling me yesterday that if you mix rubbing alcohol and vinegar... and you spray it on your windshield,
it won't freeze.
Well, it will melt the ice that's on your like windshield, and so it's like quicker. You spray it on there, and it's easier to get off your windshield.
Well, I don't know what the vinegar does, but the freezing temperature of alcohol is definitely like a lot higher than water, Holmes.
Yeah.
Like, you ever, you know that my bottle of Tito's that I got in my car right now?
It's not frozen.
It is not frozen. But I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be perfectly cold. I don't have to chill it. I just go in there and pour it in a little glass. Oh,
that is one thing I do love about winter is you can just leave, like, drinks and stuff, like, outside, and they're cold, and, you know, keep a case of water outside, and then you always got cold. Oh, I forgot, John, we're not supposed to drink bottled water. You brought that story up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Microplastics. Everybody's talking about it. It's not just me bringing it up. You need to get man, seriously. It's terrible.
I don't know. I'm confused on what microplastics are.
What do you mean? They're little bitty pieces of plastic in the water because you're just sitting in there and then it gets in your body and it kills you. Gives you cancer and stuff.
Okay. Well, that makes it sound way worse than what I thought it was.
No, it's really, really bad. By the way, if you have 80 proof alcohol, you can put it into temperatures all the way up to negative 17 degrees and still be all right.
Well, that was the problem. John, I mean, that's the problem at the Chiefs game on Saturday. Everyone was taking pictures of their beers being frozen. If they had some Tito's, they would have been fine.
Yes, man, because beer's it's not 80 proof, bro. Right. It's is diluted with a bunch of, like, stuff.
They should have had you out there.
And by the way, dude, don't you put your vodka in the freezer?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, doesn't freeze, does it?
That's right.
That's right.
John, we got a 1-point game, Ohio State, Michigan now.
Come on, Michigan. Try to win. Tigers beat your brains out. We got to take a quick timeout. We have one more segment. I'm going to tell you who we're going to bet on, and I'm going to tell you to stay warm and drink Tito's. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refunds belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax-confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Let's make this the new year to drive your new Kia home from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Bobby J's waiting to put you in a new Kia today. So come hit the road with 41 MPG Highway and 2024 Kia Forte LXS, $239 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Or get 7 passenger seating in a 2023 Kia Sorento LX. We Gossett at $319 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And if you want your new ride to be a 2024 Kia Telluride LX, we Gossett at $449 a month, $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month lease plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Kia today, 1900 Covington Pike. Online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee. Forte RE722-812, MSRP 21,590. Sorrento PG 242-710, MSRP 33,010. Telluride RG 462822, MSRP 38,705. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour on a beautiful MLK today. It is snowing outside, but we got wall-to-wall basketball. College hoops is on, NBA action. Grizzlies play at 5 o'clock downtown at FedEx Forum. You can watch it on TNT. But why? We got 2 NFL football games. The Grizzlies are all banged up and injured. They're all beat to the street. No Desmond Bain, no Ja, no Steven, nobody. Nobody knows that the Grizzlies are all beat up. And Draymond Green is returning to the Warriors. Line is 7.5. I ain't touching it. By the way, it's Gravity Bong. Gravity Bong. Did you hear me, Dacus? I've been manning. Dude,
thank you, John.
We were trying to figure out what the name was when you little Stoney MacGyvers take the bottles and you push it down into the water and you put the bowl on the top cap, you light it up, and then you pull it up. And it fills with smoke, and then you take it off the top, and then you push it down, and it just shoots smoke in your lungs. I couldn't remember the name, but I knew what you were talking about. Gravity Bong. See, I might not know exactly, but it's going to come to me at some point.
That's right. You're a smart guy, John.
Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they just have an insurmountable task in front of them. Mason Rudolph is your quarterback. T.J. Watt is not playing for you today. And Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren have to run behind your offensive line. The Buffalo Bills will be the best defense you've seen in over a month. This new Pittsburgh Steelers offense is about to get slapped in the face. I love the Bills today. Alternate spread, Bills minus the 3. Bucks, I did plus the 4.5, but now I'm going to do another one. Bills minus the 3. Buccaneers money line.
Whoa.
Dude, Baker Mayfield's going to get buck. I know he's got a bad rib and a bad ankle, but he's Baker bleeping Mayfield.
That's right.
Godwin's always open. Mike Evans is going to be all up in that Eagles secondary. Jalen Hurts has a hurt hand. Swift ain't been running like he did when he was in Detroit now, is he?
No, he will not be.
No, man, because that's Jahmyr Gibbs and Jordan Montgomery are doing that business in Detroit. Man, Eagles. You go from the Super Bowl to a first-round exit the next season, as when you head down to Raymond James Stadium, you head home losers. What happens with Nick Sirianni? I don't know. But if you back the Bucs on the money line, you'll be saying ho, 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 because you got a big fat check or cash in your pocket. For Bryant Dacus, I'm John Harden. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. Get out there, make the world a better place. Stay warm. Peace.
What's wrong? You look bereft.
I am bereft.
What is it?